Good morning, everybody. There's a great controversy going on regarding men and women. Yes, it's called the Me Too movement. And every day you pick up a paper or you go on the internet and you find another man being accused of all sorts of horrible things. Rape, molestation, saying horrible things to women, and we do not know if these people are guilty or not, but one thing we do know is that their careers are probably ended. Now, if you agree with this, then don't listen to anything I have to say. But if you are in the business world or entertainment world or any world where you're actually making a living, gentlemen, and you have a lot of money, guess what? It's very possible that some lady is going to make sure that your money is hers. Yes, for 15 seconds of fame, you too can be sued by this lady. Do you need proof? Well, you know, where there's smoke, there must be a fire, so your career is ended, and most likely you will have to pay her a large sum of money to just get rid of all this nonsense. Now, there are people who will say that rape and molestation have to do with control. And I agree, that is true. And people who rape should be convicted. And I agree with that also. But let me tell you something. In the real world, yes, there is a real world, men and women are not the same. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. And if you think there's the same, there's something wrong with your mentality. So what does that mean, gentlemen? You know, fellas, tell the truth. If you see a woman who is dressed inappropriately, you're going to get excited. Now, the women say they can dress any way they want. Well, I agree. They can walk around naked as far as I'm concerned. However, I tell you that the men are going to get aroused. And if the men get aroused, they may act on it. You will say, why are they acting on it? Listen, if you're a man, you understand. If you're not a man, well, I guess you just don't. So where do we go from here? I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a rape expert. That's not my field. But I do know something about communication. And in the world of communication, ladies, if you walk around partially nude, you're communicating to this gentleman that you're offering something. Now you're upset at me because you can wear whatever you want. And then I had the audacity to say, you know, the 5 books of Moses, the Torah, the Bible, says that women should dress in a modest fashion. Okay, you don't have to listen to that. Now, Christianity and Judaism, and yes, the Muslims, and almost everybody else agrees that women should dress modestly. If you disagree, well, it's your prerogative. That's perfectly fine. But to say that I'm a horrible person because I'm telling you to dress modestly, or if I live in an age 200 years ago, is a little bit ridiculous. Is God wrong? God tells women to dress modestly. There's nothing wrong with that. So, in conclusion, the Me Too movement, which seems to me to be a little bit liberal, to say the least. They hate Trump, most of them, you know that. They're out marching all over the place. They can't get over the fact that President Trump was elected and is the President of the United States. And if a person like me gets on and says, I'm fighting for men, leave these men alone. If they're guilty, prove it. But let me leave you with this thought. If a woman says you touched her or did something to her and it goes out in the press, guess what? You are guilty before proven innocent. Thank you for listening.